process note or daily banking activities. Third thing, it is helpful for the indirectly it will help for JB and CAB, those who are yet to complete. Or those who have completed also, knowledge is the supreme power. It is going to add knowledge to them, that is going to ease their work at the desk and also improve the customer service. I am sure now I think 169 people have attended. I expected at least for this more than 1,000 people. I hope people will join and other people will tell them. Those who have logged in the other old link, they will come back to this soon. And please, Chavanji, advise other 2-3 people. Let them work on that. Let them join to this.
Yes,
And
sir.
nobody should miss this great opportunity. I appeal to you and focus on the examination point of view, so that most of the people will get benefit out of that. Again, they are telling, please share the chart. Virendra Pandey has shared. So my appeal to you is you focus on the subject and let the other people take care of the link and all.
Yes, sir.
And this next 1 or 2 hours should become a very important session. And I appeal all the participants, those who are linked virtually, we are not able to monitor your activities. You yourself focus and put your heart hand into that. Since if it is a actual class, physical classroom, a presenter or a faculty can give direct attention and make you to be attentive. But in this case, it is your responsibility to be attentive. Logging in not sufficient. After logging in, you have to be very cautious and you have to follow carefully so that you should get maximum benefit out of this webinar. So with these few words, I wish you all the best. Now 155, 175 attendants are there. Please take care, and this should become the best webinar as far as promotion aspirants is concerned. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your motivating words, sir. I assure you, sir, my team is working continuously on that. They will make it sure that other people will join, sir.
Tomorrow onwards, this kind of confusion should not happen. Please take care.
It will be, sir. It will be, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your words, sir. With your permission, I will start, sir.
Yeah. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, friends. Now, sorry for the delay. Once again, I tell you, we are 20 minutes late, but I assure you that I will complete the given topic within the slotted time and not compromising with the content. That I assure you from my side. Okay, then we will start our webinar formally. I think once again, I will confirm that my voice and PPT is visible to all those who are joined. Once again, kindly. Yeah, great, great. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation, ma'am and sir. Okay, then we will start. I hope you are gone through the... Okay, which language will be better to use here? Mix of Hindi, English or English will be better, because just want to confirm in a chat box you can type mixed language or English, or maybe only... Okay, English. Aditya is saying English. Malti English. Mix, both sir, both English, mix Hindi jada, English mix. Okay, I will try, because I know many of the people are not comfortable in English, and many of the people are, because we are doing this webinar all India, so many of the people are not comfortable with Hindi. I will try to mix it up. Okay, no problem in that. Okay, I hope that you have gone through the notification of that. What is the notification? And this is the notification. I hope those who are not aware that we are having the 4 topic and 4 subtopic for the exam, where English is your qualifying marks. Okay, English is qualifying, but 35% marks you need. English is qualifying means it will not be accounted in your merit. This is the information I want to give. I hope that many people of you know, but maybe some people have missed, only filled up the form only, and they are not. Then there is one, this where my cursor is showing, commercial law and accountancy. So here the line is there that you can attempt, the test would cover question on both subject, and the candidate will have the option to answer question on commercial law or accountancy or both. So there should be no confusion on your side that you are attempting only, if you are not knowing the accountancy, you are attempting only commercial law. So you can attempt mixed question. So here is that I am focusing on this, that because in commercial law there is a chance you can forget some, like a major contract act, sub act, but in accountancy the equations are simple. If you know the equation, if you know the rule, you can get the full marks. So here this subject, this topic can make you through the merit list. That can happen. But the thing is that if you are taking due care of in these classes, one more thing that many people are in between कहते हैं कि सर पीपीटी शेयर कर दो and this material you focus on the study right now in the webinar. I assure you all the PPT and this content is available in Union Vidya. Once you go last two webinar PPT also we will upload in today or tomorrow maybe we will upload, and webinar so definitely is available in the recorded links. You can see the webinar anytime. Okay, you share the link with your friends. If some of your friend missed the webinar, then link will be available today only. My team or today or tomorrow morning, my team will upload this webinar in the Union Vidya. Okay, now we will move to our core topic, what is called accountancy, and rightly said by our head Dr. S.T. Vasappa sir, this only will help you through the JIB. What is the major objective of the promotion? You are getting the increment, but JIB without the promotion also you can get one increment by clearing the JIB. So in JIB, why I am calling the only JIB? Because accountancy is one of the paper in the JIB which people find it hard to clear because of that non-accounting background or not commerce background. So this paper can, because last time when I have done this webinar, I have received more than 50 messages ki, yes sir, because of this we have able to clear the JIB exam, that accountancy exam. Okay, let's get started friend. Then the first question is why accountancy? चाहिए क्यों accountancy? What is the major role of the accountancy? Simple, theoretical. The question is to keep a systematic record, to ascertain the result of the operation, to ascertain the financial position of the business, to facilitate rational decision making, or to satisfy the requirement of law. Because as an Indian company, here we have to follow the guidelines issued by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Okay, so here is this accounting standards in this. So there our guidelines in accounts is known as accounting standard, INDAS, Indian Accounting Standard, and this is adopted by all the companies in India who are working in the geographical area of the India. They have to adopt these guidelines. Okay, so in India issued under the supervision of accounting standard. One question from this: accounting standard board was established in which year? It is 21st April 1977. Then the second one is ASB is the committee under whom? Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, ICAI. That ASB is the subcommittee of this Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, and ASB is consisted of the representatives of ASSOCHAM, CII, FICCI. You know that these are our business organization which is representing the business people throughout the India. And one of the important question ki what is the ICAI? It is an autonomous body. It is an independent body formed under the Act of Parliament. Once the question has came in the accountancy that ICAI is formed under whom? Parliament, Government of India Act, or by a separate statute. So it is by an Act of Parliament, ICAI. So then this is one of the important section. Many times they have asked that section, you remember this only. 134 subclause 5 of which act? Companies Act. We have the Companies Act. Previously it was 1956. Now has been changed. Now Companies Act is of 2013. Question can come. Companies Act which year? Enacted 2013, 1956, whatever be the time they will tell. So you have to keep an eye on that. It is a 2013 and it responsibility. Who has the responsibility? किसकी responsibility है accounting standards को maintain कराने की organization में? The board of director. Question can come. Who has the responsibility to force the accounting standard act or accounting standard guidelines in the organization? Who has to bear the heat if they are not following? The board of director. They can give in the option CFO, chief financial officer, MD and CEO of the bank, chairman of the bank. Then who has the responsibility? You have to remember board of directors is having the overall responsibility of that accounting standard, mandatory accounting standards. Okay. Now here is the question. What is the primary purpose of accounting standards? Chat we need. There anybody can answer in the chat. What is the primary purpose of accounting standard? Chat. You answer in the chat only. So I will able to see. Okay, it is coming E, B, B, D. Okay, many people are Yes, VDA. Okay. Now it is answer is ensuring uniformity and comparability. It is there. What is the primary purpose of accounting standard? Ensuring uniformity and comparability. Tax compliance, calculation of profit, the other preparing budget, reconciling accounts. These are one of the responsibilities, not of accounting as standard. These are the separate, like profit and loss, balance sheet. They are the separate thing. Okay, here, but accounting standards ensuring uniformity and comparability. That is the answer. Okay, I once again tell you, kindly sit with your copy and pen. There are many things which will not be available in the PPT. Through my experience, I am recalling some question in between. So you just note it down, the important thing. This PPT anyhow you will get. Okay, but major thing is that whatever I am saying, kindly important notes are there. You keep noting on that. Thank you. Now, record keeping. Now we will start with the first topic. In accountancy, when the accountancy has started, basically accountancy meaning is whatever be the transaction happening is the business purpose we have to record it, and how it is by the phase manner. Accountancy is the science, it is going on the phase manner. Haphazard you can't do, you can't enter in between. So in a phase manner, record keeping, like first what you have to do, any transaction happen, like I purchase a goods, I purchase vegetables from the vendor. One transaction has happened between me and vegetable vendor. What transaction has happened? Vegetable as vendors has given me vegetable, I have given him either cash or maybe credit. Maybe I told him, okay, tomorrow I will pay, or day after tomorrow I will pay. So this is the transaction. So first thing is recording. In the first instance, all transactions should be recorded, whether they are in cash or in kind. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि अगर वो उधार में है या कैश में है, लेकिन वो रिकॉर्ड होंगे जर्नल में. दैट थिंग वेयर वी आर रिकॉर्डिंग द ट्रांजेक्शन इज नोन एज जर्नल, or a subsidiary book, maybe journal book or cash book. But first thing is recording. Second is classifying. After recording the entry, we will classify the entry in the subsidiary book. Classify means which account it will go. It will go to whether purchase account it will go, whether it will go to sales account, which type of entry it is, purchase account entry or sale account entry. So second record is second thing we are doing in accounting is classifying. Third, at the end we are summarizing. Summarizing means all the, like it's a basically you can take it as a common man perspective, what you will do, what you are doing with the salary. When salary is credited to your account, what you are doing? Something expenses, some previous credit card bills, some you are giving to your friends, whatever will be at the day end or the 31st or 30th, you are able to know your salary has came 50 or 70,000. Now what is left in your account? 10,000 or 5,000, maybe nothing. So where has the people, you know, where the major amount you have put, that is known as summarize. Okay. Here the many of the questions has been asked. First entry is journal. All transactions are recorded first in journal. Many times this question has been asked, which is the first class of entry in accounting? Journal, ledger, trial balance, balance sheet, final account. So journal, the journal is a book of original entry. Any transaction is happening, we will record it in journal. And here then second, from journal I will transfer the entry to ledger, that is known as subsidiary book. You don't worry, maybe you are not getting some things, but I have taken the format. कुछ format भी रखे हैं इधर पे. I have taken that. I will show you. Then you will able to relate that. You don't worry if in between you are not getting some words. At the end of this webinar, I assure you, you will be able to clear many of your doubts because these things are related. Maybe you are not getting it here, बट आपको थोड़ी देर में पता चल जाएगा कि हाँ सर क्या कह रहे थे उस टाइम पे. ठीक है ना. तो जर्नल है फर्स्ट बुक ऑफ एंट्री. यू रिमेंबर इट, व्हाट इज क्वेश्चन हैज मेनी टाइम कम, व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट बुक ऑफ एंट्री और ओरिजिनल एंट्री which is known as the journal is the first book of first entry. Okay, then second is ledger. From journal I will transfer the all the entries to ledger. Ledger means the first book of entry journal, then second book entry is secondary entry is ledger. Then ledger I will do the ledger. After that, from ledger, I will transfer this all entry to my trial balance. That is known as trial balance. So many times they will ask the sequence in the question. First they will write journal, they will write the ledger, then they will write trial balance, then they will write final accounts. This is the right sequence. But in between, in 2 or 3 options, they will first write ledger, then journal, then trial balance, then balance sheet. Maybe first balance sheet, then trial balance, then ledger. So you have to remember this is the chronological order what I am saying. Journal, ledger, trial balance, and after that final accounts. Last is final. You can note it down in your notebook. Write it down: journal, ledger, trial balance, and then final account. This is the right sequence. Many times this question has been asked, so it is a quick short question. Anytime you can attempt. Okay. Then there is one more subsidiary book that is known as cash book. Cash book means simply cash book means what? We record only cash transaction. Many times because when the shopkeepers are selling, so majority of their sale can be considered in cash. So if they enter each and every entry in general, na, so then general book will become bulkier. It will become bulkier. So what they will say, they will directly entry it into cash book. If you have seen the old shopkeeper, तो पुराने दुकानदार को देखोगे तो एक बही खाता होगा, कभी बचपन में अगर याद हो तो उधार लेने गए हैं ना कभी, whenever we are taking from the ration shop and this shop we are taking, so they are having our name and written there, last month 3,000 rupees pending, this month 2,000 given, now 1,000 pending plus 4,000 again goods taken 5,000. This is the cash book. It is their subsidiary book. Okay. Now again, one set of question from the previous slide is, which is the first book of entry, which is the second book of entry. So journal and ledger. Third book of entry, you can, third book, nothing mentioned in the accounting standard third book, but third book is trial balance. Okay. And finally, final accounts. So here rule of generalizing, there are certain rules. So here also journal means, again a recap, means it is derived from the French word, which means jour, and jour means a day. So a day, a daily transaction you are recording. So it is journal. It is a book of original and primary entry. Yes, the question from this is, the form in which it is recorded is called journal entry, and recording or entering of the transaction in the journal is known as journalizing. So they will ask what the journalizing means. Recording the entry in journal, recording the entry in ledger, recording the entry in trial balance, or recording the entry in final account or balance sheet or cash book. So journalizing means recording the entry in journal. Now the journal, what is the one of the peculiar feature of the journal also? It records the transaction chronologically. Chronologically means with date. Entry of today will be means today and tomorrow and day after tomorrow and day. But in ledger and trial balance, there is no date. One question also, I am also sharing with the question answer form so that your concept will be clear. Like one question also, ki which of the following is recording the entry chronologically? So they will give journal, ledger, cash book, balance sheet, profit and loss account. So you should remember chronologically only journal is recording the entry. After that, we are transferring it to ledger, then to trial balance, then to balance sheet. Okay. Then here the rules, important rules here. It is the beginning, and generalizing. There are two rules specifically is there. In generalizing in transaction, whenever we transfer this journal entry to ledger account, so there are two rules we are following. So transaction are routed through various type of account. There are two type of account basically. One is personal, one is impersonal. Personal means, you understand, personal account means where individuals are there, living or dead, maybe artificial, legal like company, partnership. These are persons. Are you able to identify them? Okay, that is personal. Another one is impersonal, like assets, intangible things. Other is impersonal. The personal, note it down the rule. Personal account, many time questions are there. What is the rule in the personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. These are very easy rule, but sometimes hard to connect because 2-3 questions directly came from them. They will ask what is the rule in personal account, what is the rule in nominal account, what is the rule in real account. So simple funda, the rule in personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. I told only two type of account: personal, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Then another one is divided, that impersonal account has been divided into real and nominal. Real account means all tangible assets which you can see. All tangible assets like machinery, furniture, car, you can see. And nominal is intangible assets, goodwill, patents, expenses, salary expenses, which you can't see, but they are. Okay. So in impersonal account, the rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. First, in personal account, what is the rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. In impersonal account, in real account, what is the rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. In nominal account, debit the all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. Okay, I make it easy for you. Personal account, what is the rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. We will revise. You can note it down for your better sharp memory, because science is saying you will remember only 8% of the thing which you are listening. Okay. It will increase up to 35% if you are listening and writing. It will increase up to 75% if you are listening, writing and revising. And if it will increase to 100% if you are listening, writing, revising and telling someone. Okay, so it is better to write it down. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. These rules are important. If you remember this rule, na, many of the thing in balance sheet and trial balance, you will able to jot it down. And out of many questions, 50 or 60% of the question belongs to this rule only. Because they will tell calculate assets, calculate liability, make the trial balance, calculate bad debt. If you are remembering this rule, that will be easy. Don't worry, I will make you remember this again. But you see the difference you are seeing, personal and real account, the rule is same. Receiver means what comes in, giver means what goes out. You can relate. Receiver means if you are receiving something, it means something is coming na. So receiver means to debit, receiver, debit, what comes in. Credit, giver, credit, what goes out. Now the third rule is interesting. Nominal account, expenses or losses, debited, income or gains, credited. If you are having little bit idea of the balance sheet, then in expenses, all the expenses like salary, wages, depreciation, whatever be the expenses, they will come on debit side. You remember this thing. But one thing is that expenses, we are doing expenses on which also assets also. Assets are also expenses. So all assets, irrespective of any tenure, will be debited. You remember one thing. You remember, you make a note, nominal account, expenses or losses debit, and assets always debit. They will come on the debit side. Income or gains. Okay, all the incomes like rent received, dividend received, profit on sale of machinery. These are all our income. Sales is my income. Okay, that will come on credit side. But here again, like assets are debited, so means liabilities are credited. All the liabilities will get the credit balance here. Simple funda. Do you remember? That is the law. That is the rule. You have to remember. Cash, expenses or losses, debited, income or gains, credited. One line you add in nominal account, expenses or losses, bracket you can write it down, assets also debited, income or gains, bracket you write it down, liabilities also credited. These rules you remember, then many of the things may be clear. Now, journal entry. This is the performer of journal entry. Now, what the journal entry is telling? Purchase goods from Ashok. Anybody want to give it a try? Okay, Jatin is telling, sir, can I tell more simple trick to remember this rule? Okay, Jatin, you can share it later. Okay, then the rule of the journal entry. What is the journal entry rule? Purchase goods from Ashok. So here something is coming, something is going out. If it is my journal entry, so what can be a journal entry? Anybody want to give? Who is debited? Who is credited? Yes. Okay. Hemchandra purchase debited. Ashok account. Yes. Debit purchase. Very good. Many people are having idea. Many people are having idea. Here, what is coming? Goods are coming. So what comes in? Goods. So debit. You remember the rule. So, but goods I am not writing here. Either I specifically tell the name of the goods. Either I will debit only purchase account. So purchase account debit to Ashok. If it can happen in this entry ki purchase goods from Ashok on cash. If I have purchased the cash in the business, the transaction is over. Because in business, every business is supposed to run on cash to cash basis. Means I have purchased something as a vendor, as a shopkeeper, I have purchased certain thing on cash, maybe on credit. But whereby my transaction will end? When I will sell that thing on cash. If I have purchased something on cash, I have given that thing on cash, then the transaction will end. So here purchase goods from Ashok. This entry will purchase account debited, Ashok account credited. Simple funda. Here sales goods to Madhav. What can be entry? Here what has gone? Purchase goods has come. Sales good will be gone. What goes out? So that name is sales. So sales account will credited. What will be debited? What will be debited? Anybody? Anybody can give it? Madhav account debited to sales account. Yes, because in place of cash, Madhav has to give me cash later on. So I have to this. This is the rule. Purchase account debit to Ashok account. And here, this is known as the narration. One time they have asked the question. In below the journal entries, we are writing something. What is that? That is the narration. Little bit of idea I am giving. Why I have used Ashok? Because the general rule is purchase account debit to cash. But why I wrote the name of Ashok? Being purchase of goods on credit, because I have to remember that I have to pay money to Ashok. Now Ashok accounting is standing on the credit. When I will give then this money back to Ashok, then the account will be closed and balanced. Then debit equals to credit, account is closed. Double accounting system. Okay. And Madhav account debit to sales, it means I have to remember that I have made a sale to Madhav and I have to receive 4,000 from him, because accounting shows what? At the end, account shows major purpose of accounting is also who are the debtors, who are the creditor, means who want to give, who are the people who are left with giving money, who are the people who are left to whom I have to give the money. Okay. Now this is the, see this, now after journal entry, when I have done this, this is the journal entry, the first book of entry, journal entry, that I have done how many entries? 2 entries, purchase and sales, 2 entries. Now after the, what is the second book of entry? Ledger. I will post it in the ledger. So what you have to remember, the purchase, if I am making purchase account debit, then in purchase account I will write 2 Ashok. Okay, here. So this side is always 2. If you are seeing my cursor, this side is always 2, this side is always buy. So it is known as self-balancing ledger. Many times they have asked the question, what is the meaning of self-balancing ledger? Self-balancing ledger is nothing. At the end of the month, or maybe end of the quarter, or maybe end of the year, I have to balance the account. Either Ashok if has given, because I have purchased the goods, if I have given money to Ashok, to buy cash account, it has been came here. Then Ashok account is closed. 5,000, 5,000 account is closed. But I have not given money, so buy balance carried down 5,000 here, and this balance carried down has been transferred to here ledger. To balance brought down 5,000. Simple one. You just have to remember that is for your reference purpose. Yes, from journal entry I am transferring. How? Because I want to give the idea. One easy way I can tell you theoretically, okay, from journal you will transfer to ledger, then you will transfer to trial balance, then you transfer to balance sheet. So maybe you are not getting. Just I am showing you for the reference purpose how entry is transferred. Okay. Now after, when journal entry is made, then whatever entry I will transfer, that process is known as posting. Many times what is journalizing? Entry in journal. What is posting? Entry from journal to ledger. Many times question has been asked, what is the process of transferring entry from journal to ledger is known as? So they will write journalizing, posting, transfer, balance, whatever be, but answer is posting. Okay. Journalizing is the first point to decide which account is debited and credited. After that we will transfer it. So here the rule which I have shared previously, nominal account rule. What was the rule? All assets are debited. So here in assets account, debit increase and credit decrease the value. If you are remembering the third rule, na, once again we can go to that rule. This expenses or losses, I told you write it, all assets are debited, all liabilities are credited. If you have written down, then you have to able to understand this. In assets account, debit increases and credit decreases the value. In liability account, definitely that will again debit decreases and credit increases, because in asset if it increases, so liability it will decrease. So vice versa it will. Expenditure account, debit increases the balance and credit decreases the balance. Your expenses are debited means what? Your balance will increase, na? In income account, debit decreases and credit increases. There is one also rule. It is a well established that on receipt of cash, if you definitely you many of you are working in the cash, so whenever you are debiting 511 1000 na 511 1000, yes, cash account that is there in the branch. So you see whenever cash is received, it is debited or credited. Whenever as a cashier, when cash is received, you have checked your 511 1000 or 10,000, whatever the account. So your cash is debited or credited? Opposite entry it will happen na. So it is a well established law that on receipt of cash, cash account is debited, and payment of cash, the account is credited. Great. Thank you, Dinesh sir and Nitish sir. Yes, cash account, that is the law. Okay. Then balancing of account, the self ledger. I already told same thing. Balancing of an account means the process of equalizing the two side of an account by putting the difference on the side where amount is short, which we have done in ledger. I am showing that. By balance CD I will do. Then next month I will transfer to balance BD, brought down. CD means carried down. BD is brought down. It means again maybe Ashok is my permanent member na, permanent monthly. I am a shopkeeper. Monthly he is purchasing, monthly he is paying. So I will brought down, carried down, brought down, carried down. This is only, it is showing total of the amount of debit and credit entries in the accounts, and you have to do. Now this is the final revision slide. Journal, the transaction first got recorded in journal. Basic difference. Okay. Ledger, after journalizing entries are posted in ledger. First journal, then ledger. I am repeating this. Why again and again? Because each year 2 or 3 questions are from the year, which is the book of original entry, what the recording of entry in journal is known as, what the recording of entry in ledger is known as, what is ledger is known as, book of first entry or second entry. That's why I am keep repeating on. So the journal entry is the book of first or original entry. What is the ledger? The book of second entry. Okay. Then journal entry, book for chronological record. Chronological record only journal will do. And ledger, the book for analytical record. The recording of entry is known as journalizing. The recording of entry is known as posting. Okay. I hope it is got clear. Now the questions start. Now I ask each one of you to participate in the quiz, because if you participate, then you will able to know which account is debited when machinery is purchased for cash. Yes, over to you now. Which account is debited when machinery is purchased in cash? Okay, Raghvendra sir. Okay, Jatin, Dinesh, SK, machine. Okay, cash account debit something, B, some B. Yes, participate. Otherwise you will sleep. I will not able to see who is participating, who is not. Okay, yes, machinery, be very good, very good. Very good. Okay, 2, 3 more options. V. Thank you, Jackie Kumar, Aman, Dev, Hemchandra ji. Okay, so then which account is debited? Machinery. What is the entry for the general entry? What is coming? What comes in? Here it is a which account? Real account, na? What comes in? Machinery comes in, so machinery account debited to cash account. I told purchase entry, purchase goods from Ashok or Mon. What is that entry? Purchase account debit to Ashok account, because I have not given the cash. So here machinery account is debited, and okay, Jatan has right to cash. Yes, definitely to cash. Machinery account debited to cash account. Great. Second question. Which account type is affected by credit all income and gains? 1 minute back I have shared this. Which account type is affected by credit all income and gains? Yeah, quickly write down the answer. Okay, nominal account. Here option is Dave. Kindly see the option. Nominal account is not in the option. Okay. Yes, see, some people are typing revenue account. Okay, expense account. Okay. Which account type is affected credit all income and gains? All people here are wrong. The liability account. I told na, expenses debited, assets debited, income credited, liabilities credited. Last rule, nominal account. Jatin was right in that nominal account was there, but here I have, instead of nominal account, I have written liability account. Okay, so it is liability account. Great, great. Yes, SK and 716928 has given the right answer. Yes. What is the primary purpose of a journal in accounting? Yeah. What is the primary purpose out of this? Primary purpose. B. Okay, B option. Yes, B. Okay. All people are unanimously saying B. Okay. To record day-to-day financial transaction chronologically. Therefore, hopefully you have remembering now this term. Chronologically, we are going to record the transaction in journal. Great. What is the narration in a journal entry? Narration. What is narration in the journal entry? A summary of all transaction. Yes, give the answer, give the answer. You take your time, you read first question in examination. Kindly keep it in mind also. Kindly read the question, give your thought process to reading the question. Maybe was or was not or is not make the difference. Okay. Yes, great. Thank you, Sushant sir, Ranjit sir, Jatan sir, Pawan sir, SK, Arun, Aruna madam, Jyoti, Ramesh Shah, Pawan sir, Malti madam. Option is E. You are saying okay. So here I told what is the journal entry, a short explanation of the transaction below the journal entry. I have told in the journal entry now what is there. Maybe why I told now, if you are remembering ki, why I have written the name of Ashok. So I have written there because I have purchased goods from Ashok on credit. So it is a short explanation of the transaction ki why I have written the name of Ashok there. Good, great. Again, next question. When recording a journal entry, which account is debited in the case of purchasing goods for cash? Again, simple question. Which account is debited? Journal entry only. Example I have given. If I purchase goods on cash, which account will be debited? Purchase account will be debited and cash account will be credited. Okay. Yes, great. Yes, great. Jatan, Aman, thank you. Okay. Purchase account will be. Now, what is the term used for recording entries in the ledger? Yes, the question which I am discussing, these questions which I am sharing here, these are some of the questions are recalled question. They have come in the, they have already has been asked in the exam. Okay, exam में पूछे जा चुके हैं कई बार ये question. So you, yes, what is the term used for recording entries in the ledger? Okay, some is saying, Pawan is saying A, journalizing. Pawan sir, I told ki journalizing is the first entry and it is in journal entry. Okay, transferring from journal to ledger is known as posting. Okay, B only. Great, great. Many people are giving right answer. Next question. Which ledger contains accounts related to customers? Okay, a googly question. Which ledger contains accounts related to customer? Give a thought process. Which ledger contains accounts related to customer? D, nominal. Okay. Okay, A, Rohit. Some people now I told you this is a googly question. Many people A, B, D. Okay, C is left only. Okay. A, Sri is giving A. Customer means what? Sales, na? Where, who are my customer? Where I am making the sales to them. That is the sales ledger I am having. Okay. Who are their customer? From where I am purchasing? They are creditors. My creditors maybe. Okay. So their sales ledger. Okay. Now comes, this is the revision. Now comes the one of the important ledger account is cash book, because many of the question has been asked from the cash book and bank reconciliation statement. Okay, bank reconciliation ledger, how to reconcile the bank. Here you understand the cash book. Simple cash book is means whatever you have done in cash. Cash book means entry related to cash only will be recorded. No credit sale, no credit purchase will get recorded. Okay, so cash book we have to enter only cash entry. So cash account directly, one way I told in the beginning, one way you can do what? You can record it in the cash general entry, then you transfer. But I told now because majority of the business is on cash, 80% of or 70% of my sales are in cash. So I can directly put the entry into cash account. Okay. So here cash book also contains, because whenever the sales are made in cash, you also know rules of the business. As an when a many time we are going to market, first thing we are asking what discounts or what discount. 1000 if they are telling, I am telling 800, 700, 600. So what is mean discount? So here in cash, credit sale discount will not be available, but in cash sale discount will be available. Okay, so then we have to type the credit, see that cash book is available with discount column also and with bank column also. In general parlance, cash and banks are equal. Cash means bank, bank means cash. Simply. But in cash book, they both are different also. Both are different. So here cash book are of three types basically. You remember, you note it down also. Basically, cash books are of three types. First is simple column cash book. Second is double column cash book. Third is triple column cash book. Okay, the cash book of three types. So what is the simple column cash book? Only one column of cash. I will show the performer also to make it clear. Only one column. This you see cash book. You are seeing cash book, like I have paid the salary. Salary I have paid in cash. So what is the difference? Salary I have paid in cash means salary account debit to cash account. Salary account debit to cash account. Whenever I am ledging, see here you just see. This is my debit side. This is my credit side. Okay. Whenever this is my debit side, all the receiving, I told the rule of cash is what? Debit, all receipt in cash. Credit, all payment in cash. Rule is simple. So here when what is the entry of paying salary? Salary account debit to cash account. So here in cash account, what will we do? Buy salaries. Buy salaries I have returned. I have made purchase. By purchase I have written. By office furniture I have written. By stationery I have written. This is my cash book. Simple column cash book. Okay. Then see here. What is the entry of sale? Cash account debit to sales account. So I will enter in cash book corresponding figure, two sales. So two sales 405, that is my ledger number. 2350 sales 540. So this is my. So here I will see 17,000 and here 17,000 total. Here what is the difference? My sales is more than my payment. So my balance credit down is 10,932. It means my bank balance or my cash in hand is 10,932. I hope you are able to understand the cash book funda, because many questions will come from the cash book. Anybody can confirm? You understand why it is for the credit side, why it is for debit side? In the group, I am trying to use the normal language. Okay, sorry for not using in between the Hindi, not I am using, but hopefully people are understanding what I am saying, because the flow I am going to, I am using the English only. Okay. Yes. Wait, friends. Let me check with. Okay. Sorry for the disruption, because some laptop issue has came, so I am just changing my laptop. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hopefully you are seeing, once again confirm friends, my voice and PPT is visible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, Jyoti Singh is telling, okay, sir, please explain once more the cash book. Okay, no problem. Yeah, simple what I am saying. First time I am recording entry where in journal entry, but cash transaction are more in business. Then we can directly transferring entry into ledger account, means I am skipping the first process, generalizing, and directly posting I am doing. So that is my cash book. Cash, only one account is there where direct posting I can do cash book, because the I told the major purpose of the business is cash to cash cycle. So here, like I have paid the salary, to buy salary account, because what will be the entry if salary I have paid? Salary account debit to cash account. So here in cash account, when entry will be there, cash account to cash account, so I will entry by salary. So here by salary, by purchase, office furniture, stationery account, all the things will be come in salary, that credit side. Now whatever I will receive, because I already told the rule, whatever I will receive, that will be debited here. So whatever sales I will receive, I am debiting. Like sales from Ascent company, sales, Ascent company, whatever. It is, they are cash sales, not the credit sales. Okay. Then whatever be the, if I total it down, so whatever be the balance, then it is there. Thank you, Jyoti. Got it? Okay. Now, single column cash book is there. Now we will move to double column. What is the difference between single column and double column cash book? Only one column is added, that is known as discount column. It may be like I have purchased some goods on 3000 and the vendor has given me discount of 50 rupees. So in simple cash book, I will do the entry of how much? 2950 directly. But here, as an accounting professional, I want to know if where the 50 rupees has gone, or where, what is the entry of 50 rupees. Then I am doing entry of what? Discount column also. So whenever I will receive the discount, it will be credited, or whenever I will pay the discount, it will be debited. Okay. Then triple column cash book. What is the difference between double and triple column cash book? Triple column cash book, one more column, discount, now cash and bank. Whenever I receive the check, I will put it in bank column, because cash, I told na, in general parlance, cash and banks are same, but in cash book, if some people are making me payment through the bank, so I will put that entry in bank column. So that at the end of the month, I will able to know what is my cash in hand, what is the hard cash in my hand, and what is my available in my bank. So triple column cash. So majority of the big business shots are using triple column cash book, and general vendors and down the line MSME, lower MSME people are using like vegetable vendors, and they are using simple cash book. Okay. Now there is one more thing, petty cash book in the branches also. Now I think it is discontinued maybe. So it may be continuing, maybe discontinuing, but maybe the petty cash book is little bit expensive. Many entry 50 rupees, 10 rupees daily tea we are taking. If we are making entry in the cash book, that it will become heavy. So what I am doing, one amount I am giving to cashier in the name of petty cash book, he is debiting the height, and 500 rupees or 1000 their entry is doing to cheap cashier. So it is their entry has been debited once, and what has happened now, after that they will keep on doing the expenses at the end of the month. Either the amount will be there or not, they will tally that. Okay. Now again we will revise with the form of the questions. Again your participation is required. A ledger is also referred to as, yes, give the answer now. A ledger is also referred to as, okay, a ledger. Book of original entry, no. Book of an original entry is general. E, the book of transaction. Again I have shared the book of accounts. The book of original entry is what? General entry. The book of secondary entry, the book of account is ledger. Okay. What is the ledger account opening balance? What will be the ledger account opening balance? The total transaction, the difference between debit and credit, the balance carried forward, the sum of all credit in the account, the sum of all debit in the account. Okay, some people are saying the balance, yes, some people are great. Okay, many, thank you Vivek sir, Ramesh sir, Sri. Okay, it is the balance carried forward from the previous period, because I have seen what is the ledger? Balance CD, balance BD. Either the account can be closed, or either account can be balance CD or balance BD. Yes. Which principle ensure that for every debit there is an equal credit? Yes, anybody? Which principle ensure that for every debit there is an equal credit? Simple, you can answer here. Bankers. Okay, Hemchandra C, Pankaj Singh C, Akhil, Kamal sirs. Okay, Aman, Jatan. Okay, it is dual entry concept or dual aspect principle it is showing. Great. What is the primary purpose of balancing a ledger account? What is the primary purpose? Why to balance a ledger account? What is the primary purpose of the balancing the ledger account? B, to ensure debit equal to credit. Okay. C, Vivek, B, Jyoti B. Yes. Okay. C. Why we are balancing the ledger? I told in the time of ledger that to calculate the closing balance to carry forward. That is the major purpose. Okay. Now here the rectification of cash book here, reconciliation of cash book. What is the rectification or reconciliation of cash book? Basically means, just understand in simple word, as an businessman, I am maintaining two books. I have a current account in the bank. I have one my sales or purchase register. What is happening? Whatever I am writing here, it should match to my current account also, because at the end of the day what I am doing, whatever cash I am receiving, I am depositing it into bank. So then cash book and passbook are the mirror image. It should be mirror image, but seldom they will tally. So many times they will not tally. Here my cash book is showing ki I through all the sales around the month I am having 1 lakh rupees, and when I have taken the statement from bank, you have given me the statement, it is showing 90,000, maybe 1 lakh 20,000. If it is 90,000, so where 10,000 rupees has gone? If it is 1 lakh 20,000, so from where this money has come? Because I am having a record of 1 lakh. So what can be the difference? What can be the difference between cash book and passbook? Simple this. What is the difference between either the entry I have omitted? Maybe somebody has given me 10,000, I have written 20,000 received. So definitely difference will be there, because at the end of the day I will deposit only 10,000 rupees in the bank. Maybe that something can happen. I am showing 1 lakh rupees in my hand, 1 lakh rupees in my bank account. Mirror image. They should tell you, na? But bank has debited some minimum balance charges or maybe SMS charges. 20 rupees or 100 rupees you have debited. Now your balance is 99,990. My balance is 1 lakh. Interest from saving bank. 1 lakh tally, you have given me interest of 1,000 quarterly or half-yearly, whatever be the frequency. So your balance, bank account balance will increase, my balance remain the same. Then it is interest on overdraft. ODI I have taken, so definitely I have seen, okay, 10 lakh in debit, total limit is 11 lakh rupees, 1 lakh is credit, but in the meantime 6,000 rupees debited interest at the end of the, now their balance is 94,000, my balance is still 1 lakh. So these are the things, amount collected by bank on standing instruction, maybe my LIC policy, these are going, but I am not keeping the record on that. So that can happen, okay. So this is bank reconciliation statement here. Bank reconciliation statement is a document prepared by a company that shows its recorded bank account balance matches with the balance of its bank account. Means whatever be the cash balance I am having, it should match with the balance of bank account. Simple funda. So here bank reconciliation statement, what you have to do, whatever transaction you have done in cash or whether you have deposited in the bank, you have to tally. Then this is that funda comes into questions. 4 or 5 questions sometimes came from this. So how you will tally your cash book and bank book? Means for accounting standard, cash book and bank book should tally. Okay, my cash book, what I am returning, because there is one assumption here कि I am depositing all the cash in the evening to the bank. It can be one of the assumption. It is also not, maybe it can be. Okay, so here see, debit balance means cash is always debited, means I have a cash in my hand, favorable balance. Debit balance of cash is known as favorable balance. If it is as per cash book, this, so what I have to add? Check issued or drawn but not yet presented for payment. Okay, how my debit balance has not been matches? Because I have issued one check, okay, but payment has not, because I have minus here, okay, 10,000 given to Mahesh. Now my balance is 1 lakh minus 10,000, 90,000. But I have taken the statement, balance is 1 lakh in the passbook. Why? Because Mahesh has not presented the check in bank. So what I have to do? Add it back. Interest allowed by bank not recorded in cash book. Maybe bank has given me some saving interest 10,000 rupees in my balance. I have not recorded. So what you have to do? Record it, add it. Amount directly deposited by customer in our bank account. Customer has not informed me, directly deposited the account amount. So what will happen? Balance in, what you have to do? Add it. If it is not, it has to be collected. Na? Common sense only. If you see from the accounting perspective, then it is hard to mug up. If you see at common sense perspective, very easy to tell. Interest and dividend collected by bank on investment. Maybe some FDs and some investment I am having, their interest has come. I have in cash book, because these entries belongs to bank. Bank will do the entry. So I have not done. What you have to do? Add it in your cash book. Check paid into bank but omitted to be entered to the cash book. I have given one check to the bank but forget, what I have to do? Add it. Any wrong credit given by the bank, maybe sometimes unknowingly we are transferring some other customer amount to some another person account. So what will happen here? Account balance will increase. Maybe he is not having any idea. So this all thing will get added. And what you have to deduct? Opposite. Check paid into bank for collection but not yet credited by the bank. Because if I have given 1 lakh rupees check to bank, so maybe I have returned today. Because as a layman, what I will do? Okay, 1 lakh deposited in bank. Total previous balance 5 lakh rupees. 1 lakh deposited, check deposited bank. Now balance is 6 lakh. But bank has not credited. Maybe check bounce or maybe not credited. You deduct it. When bank will credit, then you credit it. Okay. Check paid into bank for collection but dishonored by the bank. Maybe bank has dishonored the check. So you just deduct it. Direct payment made by bank according to prior instruction. So you have not noted down, you deduct it. Bank charges and commission charged by the bank, you have not noted down, you deduct it. Check issued but omitted to be recorded, you deduct it. Any wrong debit given by bank in the passbook. So if you have written it down, you deduct. That is the. Now my balance will, this credit balance, favorable balance as per passbook will tell. Okay. Now the last account, what is the first book of entry? Revision quickly. First book of entry is general entry. Second book of entry is ledger entry. Third book is nothing specific. Third book, now from ledger I will transfer the entry into trial balance. Trial balance, many questions will come recording according to trial balance. So what trial balance is? Trial balance is nothing. It helps us to check the accuracy in our accounting work. It should be tally. In trial balance there is that two type of principle will be there, whether you have omitted, whether you have two type of principle. Here two type of error, principal and credit. Principal means assets are debited, you have done, assets credited. Rule is what? Asset is debited, liabilities are credited, vice versa entry you have made. So trial balance nothing will happen. Principal, it will tally because in place of debit you have, but it will affect whom? Balance sheet, because your machinery will be showing on liability side, your capital will be showing on asset side. So it will affect the balance sheet, but ledger or trial balance it will not affect. Okay. So here the principal error does not affect, but clerical error, omission and commission, this will affect the trial balance. Omission means maybe half, there is one thing 90,000, I have made sales of rupees 90,000, I forgot to put 10 and I have written 9,000. Now what will happen? 9,000 will be their omission. One side type I have typed 9,000, another 90,000. So there will be mismatch in the trial balance. Okay. Then maybe partial or maybe full. I forgot that entry. I have forgot to write it down that I have made sale to Ashok on credit. Then I forgot to write it down. So then this will happen. Okay. Then this is, see the format. This is the format of trial balance. Many question will come from 2 or 3 question may be asked which account is debited, which account is credited. If you are remembering the rule, the last one, income or expenses, income or gains will be credited, expenses or losses will be debited, assets always debited, liability always credited. Simple funda. So see, furniture and fixtures, assets, debit balance. Plant and machinery, asset, debit balance. Discount allowed, expense, discount allowed means I have a loss, it is an expense, expenses or losses, debit balance. Discount received, profit, it is the income, credit. Salary account, expense, debit. Wages, debit. Commission allowed, expense, debit. Commission received, income, credit. Capital account, what is liability, credit. Drawing, assets, debit. Bank account, asset, debit. Bank overdraft account, liability, credit. Cash in hand, assets, debit. Creditor, liability, credit, like this, so on. This is the major rule. Okay. Then we will see, this is the ledger. Ledger balance I have shown. This is when I transfer journal entry from ledger. Now the ledger balance will show. It is the total of the account. You remember this opening stock, furniture, balance BD, balance CD I am doing na in ledger. This is the total of that. Maybe it may be of 6 months, it may be of year also. After doing the ledger, I will make my trial balance. Like opening stock will come where? One by one you tell me. Opening stock debit or credit? Opening stock debit or credit? Okay, Jatan has already typed it down. Debit, credit, debit, credit. Debit was great. Okay, debit, credit, furniture, but Jatin, if you have write it down there, the furniture will be asset, it will be debited. Purchase expenses debited, machinery asset debited, purchase return credited. So okay, you just see here. Yes, Raghavendra Rao sir is typing debit. You type it down. Other people can also type it down. Debit, credit. It will give you clarity only. It will take not more than 30 seconds, but it will give you clarity. Yes, how it is going on. Like opening stock debit. Yes, it is for Jatan, it is for trial balance. Yes, amount debit. All the figures you type debit, credit, whatever be. Then you match it with the answer. I am having the answer also. Like opening stock expense debit, furniture asset debit, purchase debit, machinery debit, purchase debited means purchase return opposite credit, debtor asset debit, sales uh, purchase return credit. Yes sir, debtor debit, sales credit. Now see the answer. This is the answer. You just go through that and check if you have done. Opening stock 20 debit, furniture debit, purchase debit, machinery, purchase return. Then this is going on so and so on. Okay, this is the general view I am giving. If you are in front of me, so then I will make you practice on that. But on an online mode, it is quite difficult to make it. But okay, hopefully you are doing that. So now come to question answer. Which of the following adjustment might need to be made after preparing the trial balance? After trial balance, which adjustment has to be made? Yes, now your turn to participate. E. Okay, all of the above. Yes, trial balance is before the adjustment. Additional information has to be added. Depreciation of asset, accrued expenses, prepaid income, outstanding liability, all has to be made there. Yes, all of them. What happens if the trial balance shows unequal debit and credit? Oh, this question has been asked. Okay. What happens if the trial balance shows unequal debit and credit? Yes. Anybody? Yes, B. Yes, it suggests that there is an error in the accounting process. Maybe I have transferred wrong from the ledger, or maybe I have transferred wrong from ledger to trial balance. Which of the following errors will not affect the trial balance? Yes, good question. Which of the following errors will not affect the trial balance? Yes. Okay, Akhil sir. E, recording one side of a transaction incorrectly. That is definitely going to affect. Omitting a journal entry entirely. Okay, that is directly going to affect. Okay, only two answers. A, this. A, yes. Aruna, yes. A, recording the wrong amount on both sides of credit and debit. Because though 10,000 you have written cash and sales 10,000 debit, 10,000 credit. Otherwise, journal entry, wrong account, definitely that is going to affect the trial balance. Because debit, if it is a cash book, debit will be more, credit will be less, then it is going to mismatch. Recording only debit part, definitely credit part entry will be affected. Journal entry, omitly, directly you have forgot, so then it will also affect. Okay, because corresponding entry will be there. What is the purpose of a trial balance? Yes, what is the purpose of a trial balance? What is the purpose of a trial balance? Yes, great, Jatan sir. To check the Aman, Sumit sir, great. Other, to check the mathematical accuracy of the ledger. Very good. Which of the following must be true for a trial balance to be considered correct? Yes, which of the following must be true for a trial balance to be considered correct? Yes, logical question. Okay, Dinesh sir, Jyoti sir, Raghavendra Rao sir, Aman sir. Great. It is total debit equals to total credit. A तो balance sheet Equal expenses, profit and loss will take care. Okay, which of the following is not a reason for preparing a trial balance? Yes, tell me the reason. Not a reason. Which of the following is not a reason for preparing a trial balance? Okay, C, D, E. Okay, C, to detect error in posting to ledger account. Okay, answer is to reconcile account with the bank. All are the reason. Ensure arithmetic, definitely that is the primary purpose of the ledger. Prepare financial statement, yes, from the trial balance financial statement will to detect error in posting to ledgers, because if trial balance is not matching, all debits are not equal to credit, then definitely there is an error in posting in the ledgers. Okay, to provide a summary of all business transaction, which question I have shared, that is the summary of all transaction. If the trial balance does not balance, what could be the likely reason? Yes. So by default, it is all of the above: omission of journal entry, incorrect posting to the ledger, mathematical error during preparation. Yes, great. All the reasons are there. Now, second last point, we have come to trading and profit and loss account. Many questions are from there also. I told from this slides only, from this webinar only, out of whatever be the question, 60 to 70% of your question belongs to this only. Okay, because the calculation part they will share. For that, not able to present in the good manner, I have not shared any numerical question calculation also. But okay, after trading and profit and loss account, I will give you some figure to calculate that. Now, what is the trading and profit and loss cost? Simple, you remember. Trading and profit and loss account is basically used for calculating gross profit or net profit. If you are using trading account, then it will calculate gross profit, and if you are using profit account, it is calculate net profit. So they are used just as a banker also. We have to remember, whenever I am seeing any ITR or I am seeing any audited balance sheet, so when if it is a trading and profit and loss account is mentioned, it means the unit is also having a manufacturing concerns. Manufacturing means they are having the factory also. Now two visit has to be made, one to the factory, one to the office. Okay, this as a credit officer I am saying, but okay, for you only, trading account means direct expenses. Direct expenses means all expenses are debited as nominal account rule. All expenses are debited, all incomes are credited. Simple funda, you remember the rule. So here trading and profit and loss, basic difference is in trading account sales and direct expenses will come. In profit and loss account, gross profit and net profit will be calculated. Only net profit will be calculated and indirect expenses will come. Okay, once again I repeat. In trading account, sales and direct expenses will come, and we will going to calculate gross profit from trading account. Okay, in profit and loss account, all other incomes and indirect expenses will come, and we are going to calculate what? Net profit from that. So here gross profit formula is net sales minus cost of goods sold. Now what is cost of goods sold formula? Opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. You just remember this. Direct expenses, trading account, indirect expenses, profit and loss account. This is the performer you see. And this side is this, my left side, your left side is debit, your right side is credit. So see, sales is credited, opening stock expenses debited, purchase debited, minus you return you it. Direct expenses, now you know only read this word carefully also. Sometime question has been asked, which one of the following is not the direct expenses, or which one of the following is indirect expenses? Simple question they will ask. They don't want to make in that promotion process, they don't want to make like JIB and expert. A simple question they will ask, excise duty is a direct expenses or indirect expenses? It is an expenses, you are able to know it is an expenses. Now how you will able to identify between direct and indirect expenses? You remember one thing, direct expenses related to factory, indirect expenses related to office. Simple, you remember that. Direct expenses is related to factory. Note it down. This is an important one. Direct expenses related to factory and indirect expenses related to office. Direct expenses, through direct expenses I am able to calculate gross profit. Through indirect expenses I am able to calculate net profit. Okay, so here just carriage inward. Carriage inward means I have given something, some payment I have given for bringing some goods or some raw material. Carriage inward means raw material. Where raw material will come? Factory only. It is a direct expenses. Opposite of carriage inward is carriage outward. Outward means I have given some expenses for what? Taking the goods. Where I will give the expenses for taking the goods outside from the factory for sales. Okay, so that is office expenses. Carries outward is indirect. Carries inward is direct. Freight, octroi, dock duties, excise duty. Maybe all the expenses is for purchasing of raw material. So that is why they are considered as direct expenses. Motive, coal, gas, water, factory expenses, direct expenses. Okay. Then there is a one also list of expenses that is known as capital expenses or revenue expenses. You just remember day-to-day expenses are known as revenue expenditure or revenue expenses, and expenses incurred for longer duration for purchase of assets and all are known as capital expenditure. Do you remember one thing? Expenses within a 1 year, revenue expenses more than 1 year, it is capital expenses time period. Now profit and loss, I already told through profit and loss I am able to calculate what? Net profit. This is the performer. Gross profit I will calculate. So from gross profit I will do balance brought down. Here to balance in trading account it was to balance carried down, to gross profit carried down. Here balance, this is the my gross profit brought down formula. So you see the income side. Discount received, commission received. This is my credit side. This is my debit side. Okay. Bank interest received, then rent received, dividend on share, interest earned, profit on sale of asset, net loss. This is the balancing figure. Don't go on that net loss or net profit. Then this side. If this side is more, then I have a net loss. If this side is more, I have a net profit. Simple fund. Okay. In manufacturing concerns, I have already told all this what I have written. Now here is one important thing, one or two question maybe from the depreciation. What is the depreciation? First, what is the depreciation? Depreciation is an expense. Which type of expense? Indirect expenses. You remember, note it down. Depreciation is a indirect expenses, and it is also known as non-cash expenditure. Non-cash expenditure. So they can, which expenses is known as non-cash expenditure? Non-cash expenditure means in depreciation what is happening? Nothing is going. Like I have purchased one car 2 years back, 10 lakh rupees. Now what is the value of the car? 7 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh, where 3 has gone? Either I have paid 3 lakh to someone? No. 3 lakh depreciation it is. So depreciation is a non-cash expenditure. Okay. The what is the depreciation? Wear and tear, passage of time, obsolescence, accident, breakdowns. This is depreciation. Question is, remember this. How many methods of depreciations are there? Many methods. These. But popular methods are fixed percentage method or straight line method or fixed percentage on diminishing balance method. So one question can be ki, what is original cost? Original cost means 10 lakh rupees I have taken, 20% depreciation means each year 20% means 2 lakh rupees I will put. So 10 minus 2, next year my car value will be 8 lakh. Second year again 8 minus 2, my value will be 6 lakh. Again third year 6 minus 2, my value of car will be 4 lakh. Diminishing balance means reducing balance, means 10 lakh, first year 20%, how much? 10 minus 2, 8 lakh. Now second year 20% of not 10, 8 lakh. 8 into 16,000, then it 1,60,000. It will go like that. So these are the methods. Now here one of the things is provision for bad debts and all, it is calculated. So estimate here, basically bad debt means what? Bad debt means the person who are debtors. There is one term used in balance sheet or in accounting. Debtors means whom I have made the sale on credit, like Ashok at that time. Madhav. Madhav name is there, na? Madhav account debit to sales account. In the general entry, second general entry we have done. So Madhav is my debtors and Ashok is my creditor at that general entry. So debtors simply means those who have to give back me my money. Bad debt means they are not going to return. So bad debt is always a loss, so it will be debited. Okay, bad debt is a loss, so it will be debited. Now provision of bad debt means I have to put provision of bad debt means I have put some money, so it is for future, so it will be credited. Only you have to remember this thing. Okay. Now question, from question point of view we will revise. What is the main objective of preparing trading account? Yeah, tell me. Main objective of preparing trading account. Yes, great Shri Jatan. Very good. Quickly answer. Hopefully now your time is over officially. You are at home or maybe at the branch. Giving to quickly now answer. Definitely very good. All people are Sushant sir, Dinesh sir, Rakesh sir, very good. Jatan sir, very good. B to calculate gross profit. Yes. Which of the following is not included in trading account? Tell me quickly. If you revise this 10-15 question and you are expert now, then you will able to answer the question. Which of the following is not included in a trading account? Okay, D, interest on loan. Very good. Interest on loan is an indirect expenses. Okay, great. Opening stock, sales, wages, closing stock is there in the, yes. Next, great Pawan sir, great Jyoti, Madam, Akil. Okay, in a profit and loss account, the net profit is transferred to where? Googly questions. Yes. In a profit and loss account, the net profit is transferred to where? Answer? A, Sri, yes, very good. D, B, very good. A, very good. B, A. Okay, many people are A, but they are wrong. Here is a googly because this profit is transferred to capital account. Here, if you are, I have written what first option, balance sheet under liabilities, not liabilities. It is under capital. Capital plus net profit we are adding, na? So be specific on that. Okay, great. Gross profit is calculated as. Tell me how gross profit I will calculate. Total sales minus. I have seen the formula at that time. Many people are typing D. They are forgetting that cost of goods itself include direct expenses. What is the formula for cost of goods sold? Opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. So how it can be answer D? It is answer E. Okay. Which of the following is classified as an indirect expense in a profit and loss account? Again, which I told. Tell me the indirect expenses. Difference between direct and indirect is factory and office. Yes. E. Okay, salary. Jyoti Singh. Okay, great. All people are here perfectly giving the answer. Yes, it is salaries. Great. Now you calculate. Now the question comes here. Very. Opening stock is 20,000. Purchase 50,000, direct expenses 10,000, closing stock 30,000. Give me cost of goods sold. Yes. Quickly calculate. Round figure I have given. If you know the formula, cost of goods sold. 20, purchase 50, 70 plus 10, 80 minus 30. Yes. Yes, B. Okay, Shri is giving two answer, either B, either A. So Shri, which answer I have to take, B or A? Okay, no problem in that. It is 50K. Hopefully you know the formula of cost of goods sold. Opening stock 20,000 plus 50,000 purchase plus direct expenses 10,000, 50, 70, 80 minus 30, 50. Great. Yes. Next, give me the answer quickly. Sales 1 lakh, cost of goods sold 70,000, indirect expenses 50,000. What is the net profit? This type of question they will ask, huh? Believe me. Only simple question if you remember the concept. Sales is 1 lakh, cost of goods 70,000. Good. Okay, 30,000 someone is giving. Okay, 15K someone. Great, Jatan, Sri. Okay, A 15. Yes, answer is 15. You remember na? 1 lakh minus 70 cost of goods sale. What gross profit formula is? Sales minus cost of goods sold. 1 lakh minus 70, 30,000 is my gross profit. Now 30,000 transferred to profit and loss account. Indirect expenses is 15,000. 30 minus 15. What is the answer? 15,000 only. Okay, Pawan is unable to solve this question. Could you please provide the basic concept and formulas PDF? Oh, Pawan sir, formula and concept I already told in the PPT only. This is the concept I have told. This PPT you will get in Union Vidya, no problem in that. Because if you have knowing the concept, na, that will be easy. Okay, Pawan sir? Then it is available in Vidya. We will upload this PPT. Okay. But I am also solving this question. You try to learn what I am telling here. Thank you, Pawan sir. Here what I am saying, sales is 1 lakh, cost of goods. What is the formula of gross profit? Sales minus cost of goods sold, 30,000. Indirect expenses 15,000, net of profit will come. Now again, a company gross profit is 40,000, indirect expenses 10,000, indirect income 5,000. What is the net profit? Again, you have to put, you remember profit and loss account pro forma. What is the pro forma of profit and loss account? Gross profit 40,000. You indirect expenses you deduct. It will become, my profit will become 30,000. Then indirect income I will add 5,000. Then will become 35,000. Okay. Yes. Opening stock 25,000. Purchase 75,000. Closing stock is 35,000. Direct expenses 15,000. What is cost of goods sold? Again, remember formula of cost of goods sold: opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. Now anybody can calculate it quickly. Opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. The answer will come 80,000. Okay. 70. How Jatan sir 70 has came? Opening stock 25,000. Add 75,000. It will become 75, 80, 90, 100, 1 lakh. Add 15,000, 1 lakh, 15,000. Deduct 35,000. Then it will become 80,000, sir. Okay. No problem, Jatan sir. Okay. What is transferred to the credit side of the trading account? Yes. Theoretical question. What is transferred to the credit side of trading account? Yes, Raghavendra Rao sir promptly has given answer. Yes, C. It is sales. Otherwise, purchase, direct expenses will be transferred on the debit side. Indirect income will come in profit and loss. Interest will come in profit and loss. Yes. What the term net loss means? Net loss. This type of question they are going to ask only. The term net loss means excess of gross profit. Okay. B, excess of expense over gross profit. Okay. B. Majority of the question B, answer B is coming. Great. Excess of expenses over gross profit. Excess of gross profit over expenses, then net profit will come. Okay. Which of the following will appear on the debit side of the profit and loss account? Yes. Which of the following will appear on the debit side of the profit and loss account? Profit and loss. Remember, I am not asking trading account. Profit and loss account. Quickly give. C. Great. What to wait for? C answer. Gross profit, debit side of trading account. Rent received, credit side of income, that profit and loss account. Interest on investment, credit side of profit and loss account. Closing stock, credit side of trading account. Yes. Carried outward is shown in. Okay, I have shared. Carried outward. Two type of expenses. One factory, one indirect. Great Jyoti sir. No, trading sir, carriage inward is in trading. Carriage inward I told na, factory expenses when I am taking raw material. It is factory expense. When I am selling goods for that when I am finished goods I am sending out, it is office expenses. Okay, not factory expenses. Whatever comes in factory, that is factory expenses. What is going out of factory, that is for office expenses. Okay. Which of the following is not a direct expense? Yeah, tell me direct expenses. All the expenses related to factories are direct expenses. That's great. Salaries of office staff. There, kindly remember, there is a difference between salaries and wages. Salary for us, white collar job, office workers, and office people or office worker you can done. Wages is for factory. Okay, factory where workers. It can be daily, it can be fortnightly, it can be weekly. Okay, but salary most of the time monthly. Depreciation is recorded in which account? Depreciation is recorded in which account? Yes, great. Depreciation is recorded in profit and loss account. It is an expenditure, it is an expenses, and it is a non-cash expenditure. You remember that non-cash expenses. Now, the last slide, second last to last slide is the final account. What now the journey is? First, we are doing the entry in journal entry. Then that is known as journalizing, and that is also known as the book of original entry. The second, we are doing the entry in ledger, that is known as secondary entry or posting. Okay. Third, the entry we are making in trial balance. There is no such thing called third entry, but the third entry is on trial balance, and the fourth entry is we are making towards from trial balance. What we are preparing? Trading and profit and loss account, and finally the balance sheet. This is the sequence. Now you note it down, the sequence: journal entry first, ledger second, trial balance third, trading and profit and loss fourth, and fifth final account or balance sheet. This is the sequence. This is the, so here assets and liabilities are there. So this is the final side, that assets here, this side, right hand side, your right hand side assets is my what? Expenses, and they are debited. So this side is my debit side. Liabilities is my credit side. All incomes or liabilities is on my credit side. Assets are also known as, write it down, here it is not written. Assets are also known as uses of fund. Note it down. So they can ask the question, which one of the following is known as uses of fund? Asset, liability, capital. So this they can ask. Asset is known as uses of fund. Liabilities is known as sources of fund. Okay. Liabilities, I will get the fund. Asset, I will use the fund. So this is the main thing. There is a fixed assets. In fixed assets, you can note it down. There are many fixed assets. What? Plant and machinery, land and building, furniture and fixtures. Okay, these are fixed assets. Okay, furniture and fixture, vehicles, sometimes vehicles. These are fixed assets. If you deduct the depreciation, then I will got net fixed assets. Okay. So there are some non-current assets: security deposit, investment in sister concern. These are non-current assets. Then you remember intangible. Note it down, the intangible assets. Many times they ask goodwill. Note it down, intangible assets: goodwill, patents, preliminary expenses, pre-operative expenses. These are known as intangible assets. Current assets: cash, stock, debtors, and other current assets. Here in net worth, liability side, net worth is my basically a capital. Net worth is capital plus profit plus reserve. General reserve, it is also known as, plus equity share capital or preference share capital, it will come. Okay. Then comes the long-term liabilities, which is more than 1 year. The definition is more than 1 year. If the liability is there, any fund I have taken for more than 1 year, this is unsecured loans, term loans, debentures. Then current liabilities, which is less than 1 year, like bank OD, syndicator, term loan installment, and other current liabilities. Okay. So these are the main thing in the this first webinar. And we have uploaded reading material there also in Union Vidya. You can download the reading material from there. In that reading material, I have explained what Jatan sir and someone is asking. Arun sir is asking, ki, sir, I want the concept there. Reading material I have done. This PPT will also get uploaded. This webinar is also get uploaded in Union Vidya. So you make use of that. Yes. Any question anybody is having? I think That is my last slide. All the best for the exam. I hope within that 2 hours I made justice to the session. I hope a little bit concept has been cleared, but believe me friend, through this concept you can make it through the merit. Okay, you can get the extra marks here. है ना? Thank you, Jyoti Singh. Yes, any questions if you are having? Or we can wind it up. Anything you want to ask, you can put in the chat. Thank you all. Yes, anything you want to ask, you can ask in the chat now. Chat is open. I will reply. Any doubt you are having? Thank you, Sushant sir, Mato sir, Yogesh sir. Thank you. I already told this is will be available in the Vidya. My PPT will be available with the Vidya. I will make sure that it will get uploaded there. You can go through that. Thank you, Virender sir, Sri Pawan sir. Thank you, Malti madam, Aman sir. Question paper, Malti madam, we will make 500 questions set. Okay, 5 set we are going, shortly we are going to upload there for practice. With the question of accounts, commercial law, IT, CBS will be available for your practice. Okay, you don't worry, we are here to support you as a training system. We are going to upload that. Okay. Any more thing? MCQ with answer, Abhishek sir, will be available there only in Union Vidya. MCQ will be available there only. Okay. MCQ will be available there with answer, they are available there. Union Vidya, you go attempt the questions, minimum marks will be 30, 40, 50% we will keep as per the benchmark of the exam. Then after that you will get the answer there only. Okay, Ramesh sir, thank you. WhatsApp group we have, Sri, we have not created any WhatsApp group. As a faculty, we are having more than 250 groups or 500 groups we are having. You know? In exam, question are not coming from material. And 78554. So you are challenging our webinar, sir. Huh? It will come, definitely it will come from this webinar. You don't worry. Concept, you just go through the concept. Vidya does not give correct answer under assessment, only what we answer. No. It will not give if you will not pass. We will make it available for all. Primary, you have to answer the questions. If 50% marks you are getting, then the answer sheet will be available automatically. You don't worry. Abhishek sir, you don't worry. It will be available there. Yes, anything? ओके अभिषेक सर, थैंक यू. इट विल बी वेरी ट्रू. इतना अलग क्वेश्चन आता है कि लगता है पढ़ना कहाँ से. कोई बात नहीं अनुष्का मैडम, जितना वट एवर बी द अवेलेबल यू रीड इट डाउन. इट विल बी हेल्प, इट विल हेल्प. No, there will not be, Jatan, there will be not be any difference. There will not be any difference in Vidya and Aram material.